So I'd say that was a pretty interesting episode, especially the whole plot point of the short-haired girl. This episode was very exciting. I'm still kind of surprised at what I just saw, but let me just kind of explain the episode for you. So after Yuichi and Tenjin kind of win the game by making the captain press the button before, they when they win the third game, they go back to their regular lives and they show back to school to confront Shiho, and the short-haired girl is there instead alone, and she's cleaning up because they bullied Shibe or something, and so she explains what happens during the weekend, pretty much to kind of shorten it out. When Shiho came back in the group, everyone thought it was Shiho who stole the $2 million, the yen. And to kind of cover for Shiho, because it probably was her or something. Or it wasn't her, but she can't say. In order to cover for her, Shibe kind of says, since I'm rich, I'll just lend you the 2 million yen. But, we come to find out that he ended up murdering his own father because I'm guessing of the things he found out about him back in game 2, the corruption and the affairs and the abuse that his father has done, and he ends up killing him. And as Yuichi and Tenjin show up to the crime scene, a familiar face is there that Tenjin knows. It was the face that he saw back in the when his father was murdered, and he was the one who told Tenjin, not to say a word. And that face is none other than Shiho's father, who's also a police officer. And my theory is that him and Shiho are heavily involved in the tomodachi games, and if anything, they probably planned out everything together. But going back to what happened, so after Tenjin kind of finds him out, Tenjin wants to expose him, like, oh, you were there too, you probably covered it up, but Yuichi stops him and tells him you don't have proof. And we can see there's a little foreshadowing of a battle between Shiho's father and Yuichi. But moving on, after the whole crime scene, we see the short-haired girl again, and she asks Yuichi what's going on, like, why don't you tell me anything? And Yuichi pretty much tells her that you're useless and you're pretty much to get lost. I only used you for the tomodachi game, so get lost, and cut all ties with him pretty much. And so we end up back in Yuichi's apartment, where Tenjin gets a phone call from the management of tomodachi games, and they said we're gonna do a special game involving only Yuichi and the short-haired girl. And the game is called the weakest wins the game. And what they are planning on doing is that when Yuichi shows up to this abandoned factory, I guess, the game is that they'll torture the short-haired girl in front of him and see how long it takes until he screams or yells to stop or something. And that's how the game is played. And of course Yuichi kind of accepts and says, I'll go along, so don't do anything to the short-haired girl. But I guess we can already guess what her punishment will be or what they're gonna do to her, but sadly I can't say it on YouTube because I'll get, probably a strike because it's a very offensive word. But yeah, very exciting episode. Like I said, I believe that Shiho and her father planned everything together to happen, and that they're heavily involved in the management of tomodachi games. But I mean, that's kind of it. Like I said, overall I did enjoy watching this episode. It was very exciting. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Very excited to watch the next episode. Hope you guys feel the same. So please leave a like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts and opinions. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.